So the fifth story, it's the last story. Thanks for your patience. It's called The Second Train. And for this story, you have to picture this train that's like 500 miles long. Or maybe more. It just goes on forever. And it's such a huge train that literally it's all of the civilization, all of the world is on that train. The train is us. And it's all divided up so a percentage of all the people in the world are on each car. And a percentage of all the wealth of the world is on each car. And a percentage of all the cultural art, the artworks and the cultural artifacts of the world are on one car. A percentage of all the animals, the species, the last one of each species is on, percentage of all the species is on that car. And that's the world, that's civilization. We're all riding the train. And it's been going on, and it has to go on because it's always gone on. And it's always carried us forward. We got to keep going forward. But it's come to this place, this chasm, where it can't go anymore. The bridge is out. We have to stop the train. But we can't stop they won't, a few cars back, they think everything's fine, so no one's going to stop the train. But some of us can get out, and we've gone and we've looked at the edge of the canyon, and there's cars at the bottom. They're broken. Every day, we're losing people every day. We're losing species every day. We're making it we've already started things so that sea level is going to rise, and we're going to lose. People are worried about a statue getting covered. Savannah, Georgia is going to be underwater. Not just the statues, all of Savannah, Georgia is going to be underwater. We probably can't stop it anymore. We can help it go down again after it's been covered, but we've lost a lot. And every day another car is going off. And we can't stop that train. But luckily, back in that story about the house and the fire, we needed to call the police. We needed to call the fire department. We have called the fire department. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, we called the fire department, and they have been working, and they've been on their way. And they have built a second train. We do not have to end civilization to fight climate change. Civilization can beat climate change, but not the civilization that's based on fossil fuels that we had to have. But we don't. There was a time when without fossil fuels, we would not have light. We would not have motion. We would not have transportation. We wouldn't have food. We wouldn't have heat. But that time is over. We now can get all the electricity we need from sunlight. We can get electricity we need from the wind. We have cars that run on electric cars that not only run better than our current cars, they're cooler and they're cheaper because there's no repairs, there's no gas. We can be free of fossil fuels because of all the work. We have built that second train. And what I picture is we've laid the track for the second train alongside the track of the first train. And right now we're trying to build up to the same speed. And our job is to help the people on the first train off and over into the second train. That train may never get off those tracks, and it may never go off, but we don't have to lose anything. We just got to bring it onto the second train. And I pictured like the train's going, and people are, they got ladders. They're just grabbing whatever they can, and they're helping people climb over, and having to convince people, because some people say, "Well, no, I love this this is what I know," and some people aren't gonna want to come over, But and I picture this. Most of all, I picture this old woman, an abuelita, a grandmother, who just, it's getting too close. It's too late. She's not going to do it, but she hands her granddaughter to the people on the ladder, and the granddaughter reaches out, and the grandmother takes this bundle and puts it in her hand, and the granddaughter clutches it, and they bring her in, and they hold her, and they help her find her mother or father or uncle or aunt or someone, And at some point she looks and it's a bandana that's been tied up. It has the seeds from the village, the grandmother's village. It's been covered up by the ocean. But we can take the carbon out of the air. We can take things back to where they were, and the oceans can go back down, and that little girl or her grandchildren can go back to that village and plant those seeds. We can bring things back.